You're welcome to News from the States, where we bring you reports on key developments across Nigeria's 36 states. I am Adebanke Odunuyi. And we begin with Niger, where the state government has sworn in 25 women as deputy vice chairpersons across all its local government areas. The ceremony also saw the inauguration of new commissioners who joined the government's drive for reform. Chenemi by my reports.
History has been made in Niger State as 25 women took the oath of office as deputy vice chairpersons, one for each local government area. It is the first time the state is filling all LG vice chair positions exclusively with women. Governor Umaru Bago had earlier directed that the post be reserved for women, a policy he says is aimed at deepening gender inclusion and ensuring that women have a stronger voice in decision-making at the grassroots. Alongside the new vice chairpersons, a fresh set of commissioners was sworn in. The governor urged them to align with his administration's vision of building what he calls a new Niger State.
It is time, as responsible citizens, we take care of security. The state police is a reality. It is high time you abandon aggrandizement for progression. It's high time we understand that we don't need Megad, we need security.
But being a first-timer, we know we have little challenges. But with the support of our state governor, I think we are going to overcome it.
The whole idea is to bring about inclusion and to let women have more space and let them participate also in the governance, because sometimes women may face challenges in trying to access the people who are governing us across board. So we hope that with bringing in these women, they will reduce that gap between them and access to governance, and try and see how we can bring about women empowerment.
Meanwhile, as the world marks Universal Health Coverage Day, the newly appointed Commissioner for Health reaffirmed the state government's commitment to improving access to quality health care for all residents.
I think one thing that individuals need to know, all fingers are not equal. There is a need for us to pull resources together. And in pulling these resources from the rich and the poor, from the farmers and the students, there is concerted effort that the federal government is making through the renewed Hope agenda.
Today's inauguration marks a major shift in the political landscape of Niger State, especially with the inauguration of women as vice chairpersons across the 25 local government areas and the governor's continuous drive towards achieving a new Niger agenda. Chenemi Bambi, TVC News, Mina.
And joining me now is TVC's Chenemi Bamai. Chenemi, and this development is being described as historic. From your coverage, why is the swearing in of these 25 women as deputy vice chairpersons significant for Niger State's political landscape?
Hi, Banke. The swearing of this women is not just historic, it is unprecedented. This is the first time that you have a large number of women occupying such key positions in the state, in a place where women have not had enough representation in the political landscape. So for the government, insisting that women take up the vice chairperson's position exclusively reserved for them is a way of ensuring that the 25% affirmative action that she's committed to a couple of years ago begins to find expression, even though this does not amount to 25% of women in political space. I mean, this is a step in the right direction. This is actually the first time it is happening. And we hope that the women are not just, that they're not just there as figureheads, that they're actually giving the right kind of fellowship and the right opportunity to perform.
Okay, so based on what you observed also, what specific responsibilities are these women expected to handle within their respective local government areas?
All right, okay, so they're basically there to support the men. Why this was actually done is that it's like we rightly know, in most of the states, if you had left the position open to everybody, it would be difficult for these women to come in. But now that they're in, they would be expected to support the chairman and also represent the interests of the women in those areas. Like I've spoken to some of the chairmen, and then they had expressed readiness to also work with these women to ensure that the woman's agenda is rightly represented. For example, in the state assembly, we have just one woman, as a member in the Niger State House of Assembly, and it's been there for the past few years, where you have just one woman representing. So who speaks for the cause of the woman? This is part of the things that these women are expected to do while they support their principles.
Well, thank you. This is certainly good news. Thank you very much, TVC Senior Correspondent Chenemi Bamayi. Thank you for joining us.